Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing a quick and grimy Grey Knight scheme, and we start out with just a base with the airbrush with rough iron, and that's just over black primer. And then next we're going to be using gunmetal and doing a dry brush over it, and we're just subtly building up that gray on top of the rough iron. And I think it creates a really cool tarnish look to the armor. And when you apply the metallics like this, you know, when I get to the highest highlight of metallic, you know, it'll really sheen from the buildup of the metallics, or dark the light. So we're just gradually building up, and then next I'll use true copper and base all the gold pieces. So like the wings on this book on the back, you know, his chest sigil, all the lettering on his shoulder pads and on the shield. And I use this kind of like a dry, but at the same time I'm fading it into that rough iron. So towards the tops, you know, I'll get it really bright, but I want it to be, you know, create that fade light to dark with the metallics while keeping it grimy. So that's what it's looking like after the true copper. Next we'll be using greedy gold, and the same thing, we're just using less this time and working on, you know, the very points of things. Just we're not wanting to overtake the true copper, but we're wanting to build up on it. So I'll catch like the edges of those wings on the pack, the tips and the points of like the arches and the wings. Next we'll be using shining silver, and I didn't film this, but because I like to do a lot of you know, damage and create lining on there to imitate scratches and stuff, and it's really hard to do that with a camera in front of you and actually do it without shaking a lot. So I did that, but really all I did was, you know, create that damage you can see on the edge of the shoulder pad as scratches and stuff, and on the beak of the face plate. I really highlighted the tip of that. That just really helps create, you know, the metallic armor sheen on top of that, you know, faded from dark to light. And then next I'm using a really watery pure white, and I'm just applying this over all the cloth pieces. And for the robe particularly, this will be the base color for the robe, because we'll be using red over top of that, and it'll just help that red stand out a little more. So we got all the skulls, all the sigil cloth pieces, and all the scrolls on him, and the pipes on his chest piece and on his staff, the skull, the book on top. Next I'm using pure red, and this one's really watery too, and we're just applying this over the robe. It comes out a little pink, but I kind of like that color once I add a wash to it, and then mix with a lava orange dry brush over it. It really makes the red pop. And I'm really just catching the ripples in that robe. Also based the tubes on his chest, or the pipes, coming down orange as well. And then I'm using pure red ink, and this one's a true red, solid red. I use that for the stamps. And then I'm using crusted sword just to add color to his staff handle, that quilted handle. And then next I'll start washing everything, and I use a sequence of washes starting out with soft tone, and then I'll build on that with strong tone, and then I'll use dark tone. And I use this for all the cloth pieces, but then I use just straight dark tone for all the gaps in the armor and all the soft, you know, joint areas in the armor, and as well as like in between layering on the armor itself. I just think that using these washes to basically do what we do with the color to create a fade, we're doing the same thing with the washes. And I apply that on everything. But for the armor I just use dark tone. So that's what we're looking like so far. I based the eyes on the skull on the staff because I want that to glow too, as well as the eyes on his helmet. And I just based that with pure white. And then I'm using Void Shield blue in the airbrush, and I'm just ever so slightly creating the blue haze on there to create the glow effect. So next I'm using blue tone, and I'm just putting that wash in those eyes, and that'll create a glow effect. I actually went back and did 2 layers of this after I let the wash dry. I went back and highlighted with white again, and then I washed over with blue again just to make it the contrast a little better, to have it really dark around the bottom of the eyes. And that's pretty much it. We're finished, and that's just a quick and grimy scheme for Grey Knights. And I really like to look at that metallic armor with the layering of the darker metallics to the lighter metallics. But anyways guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the next one. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and let me know what I should make next in the comments, and we'll see y'all next time.